She wants to erase me. A couple days no talking. I see my baby, and this what he tells me.
Alright, you guys, what's up? Today we are on a freaking mission. But I woke up, I don't know why, but I lots of words. I was hanging out with Morgan last night after the rodeo and her little sister, and she seemed kind of out of it, like tired and just kind of not acting right. And then I woke up and she had tweeted, she's like, looks like I'm staying home all day today and just watching movies, with the thumbs emoji, is that how you say it? And like a sick face. So I texted her mom, I was like, hey, is Morgan not feeling well? What's up? And so I guess she got really sick last night and was like not feeling good. Not like terminally sick, but like flu sick. So we are on a freaking mission to make Morgan feel better. Right now we are headed to a smoothie shop called Jamba Juice. They make these really good like fruit smoothies. And I guess that's good if you're sick. I guess that would taste good. I would like that if I was sick. And then we're gonna go buy her like a teddy bear and some balloons or something to make her get well soon. Because everybody knows that if you get balloons, that it is scientifically proven that you will get better soon. It is science. Science, people. Read it in a book. So that's where we're going right now. We're gonna, actually, I'm gonna do a smart thing. I'm gonna get the balloons and stuff first, and then the smoothie, so the smoothie doesn't melt. See, we thought that through. We had a problem, we solved it. All right, we're on a mission to make Morgan feel better. Let's go, guys. Team Feel Better Morgan. Let's go. All right, stage one complete. We got the smoothie, and we got balloons on deck. I got a zebra one, a princess one, and this guy says, get well. And then I tied him to a Sprite, because I guess it's like, it fixes everything if you drink a Sprite too, so. We're about to head to her house. She doesn't know I'm coming, but I'm gonna be like, I'm coming down to see you. I'm gonna bring her this stuff. And we're basically gonna cure whatever little virus is inside of her. Sorry you guys are gonna have to sit this one out. She might get mad at me if I bring my camera and film if she's sick. So I don't know how that's gonna go. So I'm just gonna go give it to her and see how it turns out. Wish me luck. You could say that mission of ours was a success. Boom, boom. Went down pretty well. Went to Morgan's house, and like all of her family was over. Well, not all of her family, but like her grandma and her aunts and her mom and her dad were all out there, and they're having a big yard sale. I texted her mom and I was like, hey, do you think Morgan would like a Jamba Juice or a smoothie? She's like, yeah, she would love that. And I was like, mission accepted. And that's when we went on our mission. But yeah, so they're all out doing their yard sale, and I pull up and I pull all these balloons and stuff out of my truck, and they're all looking at me, and her mom's like, that's a little too much, but you are an amazing guy. You are an amazing guy. And that just made me feel good. And then her grandma was like, you should make a video on teaching guys how to treat women. And that made me feel good about myself. That made me feel like I was a little chivalrous. Is that the right word? Chivalry? Chivalrous? But crazy story for you guys. I have no idea. But last night, I came home from Morgan's house, and I came to my house, and I piddled around a little bit on YouTube. You may have heard of the site. And then after that, I went and laid up in my bed, and I don't know what the deal was. It wasn't hot, it wasn't cold. I felt a little bit tired, but I laid down and I just stared at my ceiling for like an hour and a half. And like, you know how it is, like you close your eyes, you're like, all right, it's time to shut her down. Body, shut down, we're going to bed. Like you're like thinking about the days happens, the days cahoots, all the things you did during the day. And I was laying there for like an hour and a half, and I could not go to sleep. I tried probably like 35 different sleeping positions and techniques. Some may have been illegal, but I was trying all of these different sleeping techniques, and I could not go to sleep for like an hour and a half. And so now it's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm usually in bed. I'm not like a super late night kind of guy. I'm usually in bed by 12. Like maybe that's late, maybe that's not. I'm usually in bed by like 12 a.m. 12 p.m., a.m., p.m., like right, you know how old, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm usually in bed by 12, so I'm in bed laying down. It's like 12:20 even, like 12:30, and I'm just laying there, and I lay there for like a freaking hour and a half, and I cannot go to sleep. And so it's 1:30, and I look at my phone, oh, yellow light. We made it, it's good. So yeah, so it's 1:30, I'm looking at my phone, going through Twitter. I get up, I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna go downstairs and do some stuff. So I tiptoe down the stairs, counting each one as I go. 1, 2, 3. But so I get down there and I start the midnight snack, the midnight snacking. I made like some nachos and some taquitos, and I got at those real quick. I was eating them, and then I was like, oh, maybe I just needed to eat some food. Now I'll be able to go to bed. Go back upstairs. It is now 2 o'clock, and I'm laying on my bed for 1 more hour, and I can't go to sleep. I don't know what. Hold on, 1 second. Sunshade, engage, boom, adjust. Good job, camera. But yeah, so I'm laying in bed for another freaking hour, rolling over. I cannot go to sleep. I don't know why. I have like energy, and I just don't know why. So at 3 o'clock, I wake up again, and I'm like, oh, I didn't wake up. I rolled out of bed and was like, screw it, I'm going downstairs again. So I go downstairs, start kind of playing guitar quietly, bored. I stayed up till 4:30 in the morning doing nada, doing nothing. I was just bored, and it was like 4:30 in the morning, and I finally went upstairs, and I was like, you are gonna go to sleep, Logan. You are going to go to sleep. And I told myself, I was like, okay, you're gonna lay in this same spot for 13 minutes. And boom, fell asleep. And I wake up, I don't even sleep in. Like, my mom didn't wake me up. I wake up at like 9 or like 8:30, so that's the equivalent to like 4 hours of actual sleep. And I felt great. I felt awesome. Hold on 1 second. Sunshade, swivel, boom, adjust, good. So yeah, I wake up on like 4 hours of sleep, and I felt good, like I felt great, and that's when we went and accomplished our mission in the morning. But then after that, I took my mom to the airport, who was flying out to California to help Shay, Casey, collect Kaylee, all of the Tard families move back. If you didn't know, now you know. They're all moving back to Idaho, and so my mom flew out to help them drive and stuff back. So I had to take her to the airport today, and on the way back home from the airport, it was like a 2-hour drive there, 2-hour drive back. That's why I don't have that much footage. On the drive home, it was like, it hit me like a wall. I was like listening to music, and then it was like, and it hit me, and I was like, holy cow, I'm tired. So I go home, eat some more food. I like to eat food. I'm sorry, I like it. And then I lay down on my bed and close my eyes, and I freaking passed the freak out. I was gone. Like, I closed my eyes. I was having some of the most intense, so I was going down for a nap. A midsummer's day nap is what I was laying down for. And I signed up for something I shouldn't have signed up for, because I laid down at, I think it was like 1 o'clock. I laid down at 1 o'clock, closed my eyes, and I entered freaking like festive dream world. I had the craziest freaking dreams. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand. ¿Qué está haciendo, Logan? But yeah, I entered freaking Dreamville, and I was like Inception of dreams. It was freaking me the freak out. Like, I was like scared, because I hate naps. I hate taking like hour-plus naps, because I wake up the rest of the day, feel great, and then once again I run into the problem where I can't go to sleep at night. So I'm taking this nap, right? And in my dream, I feel myself sleeping, and then I feel my body like drop like a level, like I dropped a level, and I woke up, and I was in my house, and for some reason I was trying to figure out if I was dreaming or not. Like, I didn't know. Like, I was like, am I asleep right now? Am I dreaming? What's going on? And so, and I was in my room, and what happened was I was like walking around, like looking in the mirror and stuff, like looking at my face. Like, there's certain keys to tell if you're dreaming. Like, I always hear, like, you look at a clock and the clock won't make sense, or you flip on a light. And it's funny, because usually you never remember this stuff when you're dreaming. When you're dreaming, you can never remember sleep cues. You're like just doing dream stuff. But yeah, so I'm like looking in the mirror, looking at my hands, and like I found out I was dreaming. I was looking at my hands, and I was like, whoa, I have 6 fingers, you know, like, what's going on? And I was turning on the lights, and nothing was happening. And I picked up my phone, and there was just a bunch of gobbledygook. I couldn't read any of the letters. I was like, what's going on here? So I knew I was dreaming, which is weird. And so I'm in my room, and I know that I'm dreaming, so I was like, what's gonna happen if I lay down on my bed and try to go to sleep in my dream? What? Mind grenade! So I know that I'm dreaming at this point. And I lay down in my bed and I go to sleep, and I feel I just like hit another dream, like, and like I'm in this barn. And it's funny, because when I fell asleep again, I forgot that I was dreaming. And I was in this barn, and like my dad was there, and I was like, Dad, am I dreaming? And he's like, maybe, maybe not. Like giving me all these crazy things. I'm like, what's going on? And it's funny because when you start dreaming, you can't remember, like, logical things don't make sense. Like, I don't ever remember showing up to that barn. I was just there. And that hit me. I was like, okay, I'm obviously, like, in a second dream. Like, I was breaking new dream ground. And I was, like, in this second dream where I knew I was dreaming. I was, like, trying to control it. So at this point, here's my body up here sleeping. I hit that one dream in my room, and then I went to bed in my room, and I went down another dream. I kid you not. It was, everybody out there is probably like, Logan's just describing Inception. But freaking it was real. Get with it, people. Shiz was real. And yeah, so back to my story. So we're in this dream, and I'm in this barn, and by this point, I know I'm in 3rd level of dream. And I'm like, this is kind of cool. I'm going to see if I can start, like, doing whatever I want in this dream, you know? And so I was like, I gotta make sure. So like I would walk up to my dad and I'd be like, Dad, how do you spell my name? And he couldn't spell my name. So that was like a definite cue that I was in the dream. I was like, this is funny. I was like, Dad, how do you spell my name? And my name is Logan. And he was like, Logen, princess, and like smiled, and like all these fireworks started going off. And I was like, what in the world? I was like, I know I'm dreaming now. And so, like, I go outside, and, like, my mom and these other people are there. I was like, all right, guys, it's time. I'm going to see if I can levitate. So I look down at the ground, and, like, it's weird because I know I'm dreaming, but I can't make myself do stuff. Like, I'm trying. Like, I push off the ground. I can feel myself floating. I'm, like, floating. I can feel the branches of the trees start to, like, brush on me. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And then I think about it too much, and I think about that I'm dreaming, and I fall back on the ground. And they're like, oh, come on, try again. You can do it. So I start like floating up again, and then like I like looked around, and I wasn't in complete control, but I was like in the air, like flying. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to fly in my dream. So it was intense. And then after that, it was like, this is where it gets weird. This is where it gets bizarre. It's so crazy how it worked. I was floating, and then in my head, I realized that I was dreaming too much. And like I started seeing glimpses into my room of like being awake, and like I could feel movement and like itches on my face and stuff. So I'm like floating, but I can see like glimpses of my room. And I like fell, and I hit the ground, and I woke up, and I was in my room again. I was like, oh shoot. And so in my head, I thought that I had skipped that 2nd level of going to sleep in my first dream, and I was just up top in my room. And I'm like, okay, so I'm in my room, and I thought I was awake. Like I got up, and I go to the shower, and I'm showering, and I come back out, and I open the shower curtain to take a step out, and I look down, and there's just a freaking like giant gaping hole in my house. Like there was this giant earthquake, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm still dreaming. And then like I fell, and I was falling, and I was falling. I was trying to wake myself up. I was like, Logan, wake up, wake up. And I couldn't wake my body up. And keep in mind, I wasn't trying to do any of this. Like there's like sleep inception, or what's it called? It's a type of dreaming that people try to do. I wasn't trying to do any of that. I've heard about it in school and like in psychology and stuff. So I was like just kind of messing around, but I'm like falling, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, you need to wake up. Come on, Logan, wake up. I couldn't wake up. And then I remember I just like grabbed my shirt right here in my dream, and like I pulled it really hard. And then I woke up in actual real life in my bed, and I was like, whoa, like freaking out. And then I got up, and like I was like kind of like dizzy and stuff, and like kind of tired and super out of it. I was like, holy cow. So keep in mind, when I started talking to you guys about this, it was 1 o'clock when I went to bed. I look at my phone, 5:30. I had slept for 4.5 hours. It was a 4.5 hour nap. But yeah, that was just a little dream story I shared with you guys. That was a very large tangent for me to get on about dreams. But it was crazy. It was probably one of my coolest dream stories. And what's crazy is I can remember it so vividly. Usually I forget dreams, but I can remember this one. But yeah, I just thought I would tell you guys my dream story. It freaked me out. Is that dangerous to do? Like I was kind of controlling my dream, and it freaked me out a little bit. It was kind of scary. I don't know why. I felt like I was going to die multiple times. But it was weird. It was kind of strange. What else can I talk to you guys about? Oh yeah. And like my vlogs lately, you guys gotta admit, like in the past I wasn't so great at vlogs, but when I said a video is gonna be on my channel 6 days, not consecutively, but 6 days out of every week, there's gonna be a video on my channel, I've been doing that. There's been for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been hitting 6 videos a week, and it's been good. I like it. I like doing it. I'm kind of getting like addicted to it. Every time I see the camera, I want to pick it up and sing T Swift or like film whatever I'm doing. I like it. It's fun. I hope you guys like it. You know, like I probably said the word like a billion times when I was describing that whole dream. I apologize now. It's like, there it is again. I just feel this need to say that word sometimes. It's a bad habit. It's a bad, annoying habit that people like to pick up and they like to comment about it. I'm gonna try to not say like so much. I don't know. It's just a thing that I do. It's a thing a lot of people do. But yeah, my vlogs have been going up freaking 6 days a week. I've been putting a video up and I like doing it. I like communicating with you guys. I like holding this camera. I don't know, there's something about it that I like. So don't you guys feel like I'm just doing it to do it. I'm doing it because it's fun. It helps me get my thoughts out. It helps me talk about my day. It kind of makes me motivated to do stuff sometimes. I need footage. Let's go on a freaking hike. I need footage. Let's go on a drive. I need footage. Let's go to a rodeo and get rained out. I don't know. It gets me motivated to do stuff during the day, and it helps me get my thoughts out, and it lets people know that I'm weird because everybody stares at me like this guy. How's it going, buddy? I'm just sitting in my truck at the Gold's Gym parking lot talking to a camera. Yeah, so there's that. It's hard for me to get an action-packed video up, you know, a 20-minute action-packed video up every day. But I like to get content up there. I thoroughly enjoy putting content and watching your guys' feedback. I love your comments. I read them all. I think I'm gonna do a video tomorrow. I'm gonna do a talking video with you guys tomorrow. Just a question and answer video. A good Q&A. Let's do a good Q&A of Logan McKay 55. I want you guys to use your brains, use your mental powers and your magic powers to write, you know, whatever question you want, and comment below. And tomorrow I'll film a pretty dope video of me answering all of them. And I feel it's gonna connect us. We're gonna get connected better. Let's do a Q&A tomorrow. A Q&A. I wanted to do a B&E. Dane Cook reference. Let's do a Q&A tomorrow. Let's do it. Write some questions down. I'm gonna do 20 of my favorite questions tomorrow. I'm gonna read your comments, and so get your question out there, and I'll even shout out your name. So comment down below, like this video. I'll shout out your name and I'll do a comment. We'll do a Q&A tomorrow, okay? Let's do that. That's a good idea. I like a little video like that every now and then. It helps me connect with you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the gym now. That's what's up. I am sorry if I said like a billion times in my dream discussion story, but that's kind of who I am. Take it or leave it. I'm gonna try to quit, but that's who I am. So we're gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna edit this video, and then I'm gonna go see Morgan, see how she's doing. She was feeling pretty sick. So maybe if she's feeling good tomorrow, she'll be with me on my Q&A. But comment your questions below. I'll write down 20 of my favorite ones, and we'll get to know each other. We'll get to know each other. Sound good? I think that sounds good. I'm gonna go lift weights now. Okay? Love you guys. Keep it real. Always dill. Jet life to the next life. Peace in the Middle East. Save the whales. One love. And I'm out.